Have you ever been left scratching your head at your local pet store, wondering what the best leash for your dog is? Do you have a collection of leashes laying around in the house gathering dust? In this video, we'll be talking all things leashes so that you can pick the best leash for your dog in any situation. Picking the best leash for your dog is all about the situation. As a professional dog trainer, I can tell you that the right leash in the right situation can make all the difference. That's why I have a collection of different leashes that I use in regular rotation, because each situation calls for a different leash. Now, in my work, I encounter a lot of different setups, so I need to be prepared. But for the average dog owner, 1 or 2 leashes will probably suffice for the vast majority of situations that you'll encounter with your dog. Although there are a ton of leash options out there, in this video, I'll only be covering the leashes that I use on a regular basis so that you can be confident that they've been extensively tested in real-world situations before we've created our list of recommendations. For all of the leashes that we'll talk about today, you can find the links for each one down in the description box below. Let's dive into our recommendations. Picking the right leash for your dog can be a daunting experience. There are so many options, and I understand your pain. With that in mind, I want to start simple. That's why we're beginning our discussion by sharing with you the best starter short and long leash options that will get the job done. Here, we have 2 takes on the same leash, but with vastly different lengths. Both are rope leashes, but this one is 6 feet long and the other one comes in 20 or 30 foot options. They have an attached handle with a clip at the end and are pretty lightweight for their size, especially the long line. I like these leashes for their simplicity. They are both easy grab and go options that are great to start with, especially if you've never had a dog before. And you can pick these up for cheap too. I'd expect you could get these for under $15 for the 6 foot leash and under $30 for the 20 foot leash. You can commonly find several variations of these leashes at your local pet store, or you can pick them up online as well. These rope leashes are a great general leash for most every situation. The only downside here, especially for the long lines, is that you're risking rope burns when you haven't had much practice with handling and your dog gets some momentum unexpectedly. That's why our next leash options are grouped by material. Welcome to the world of BioThane. Tired of rope burns or heavy leash materials? Look no further than BioThane. BioThane is a synthetic material made of a coated polyester that is waterproof, easy to clean, and more durable than leather or nylon. As a result, when handling your dog, the leash slides through your hands like butter, but is easily grippable when you need control of the leash. I love using my BioThane leashes for 3 big reasons. No more rope burn. Because of the BioThane coating, the leash slides through your hands without the usual friction of a rope or nylon leash. This means that I can easily let the leash in and out all day long without worrying about those nasty rope burns. BioThane can certainly still burn you, but it is much less likely than with rope leashes. These leashes are so easily customizable. Do I want a handle sewn in or removable? How about a traffic handle to easily turn the leash into a 4-foot close walking leash? Sure. How about a crossbody leash that I can convert to a drag line? Of course. We've got you covered. The moldability that comes with BioThane can't be beat, in my opinion. While other leashes come with traffic handles, crossbody options, and some of those other features, I haven't seen the level of choice you get with one leash that I have with leash makers that use BioThane. With other leashes, you're stuck with what the manufacturer mass produces. But with BioThane, many leash makers have designed their shopping experience from the ground up with customization in mind. Some of my favorite leash makers in this space are Hightail Hikes and Trailblazing Tails, and I'll add links to their shops down below. And the best part, these leashes come in lots of pretty colors. Okay, so that's not the most important part. You can't tell me I don't look stylish in these bright colors with lots of personality. And who wouldn't have some fun picking between colors like poppy, persimmon, and lavender, blueberry, flamingo, ocean, green apple, caramel? The last thing that I'll say about BioThane is this. Please sponsor me. Big BioThane, I know that you're the new kid on the block and you just need someone, anyone, to sing your praises. Well, why couldn't that someone be me? I could do it. Just send me a DM at Simp for BioThane and I'll be your girl. Oh, sorry about that. I lost myself for a minute there. What were we talking about? Oh, right. BioThane. BioThane is great because of how easily customizable it is to your needs, and you can find a look that matches your style. On top of that, you no longer will have to worry about rope burn, which is a huge plus when working through some loose leash basics with your dog. Because of their customizations, they come in various lengths from 4 feet all the way up to 50 feet in my experience. I'll put some of my favorite BioThane leash customization options in the box below for you. It's time to talk modifications. So we've already talked through your standard leash options. I'm talking a handle attached to a leash with a clip of some kind at the end. You might be surprised to know that there are so many different setups that go beyond the typical leash handle clip that give you extra flexibility while walking your dog. We've got the crossbody leash, which usually has a clip at each end and a ring somewhere midway up the leash so that you can wrap it around your torso and attach it to yourself. This option is great if you want a hands-free option for your dog, but only if they're not a big puller. Otherwise, you'll be at risk of being jerked around all over the place. In that same style, you've got the double-ended leash with a clip at either end and is a great option for bigger dogs. I usually define a big dog as any dog that is over 50 pounds or at least a third of your body weight. This definition relies on the amount of pulling power a larger dog can muster on a walk, so there is a larger safety concern, and staying on top of your handling is a must to be successful here. That's why the double-ended leash can be helpful, as you're able to attach one end to the front clip of a harness and then the other to the back clip. It's kind of a similar idea to reins on a horse. From there, we've got drag lines. These are long lines with one clip and no handle that is intended for you to clip to your dog and have them drag it. This can be helpful in a variety of contexts, but ultimately it gives your dog an off-leash feel, but still makes them easily retrievable if needed. I use this for practicing recall, hiking, and walking in open spaces where it's safe to do so, and sometimes when setting up safe introductions to other dogs. It gives the pups I work with a bit more freedom, but with an added layer of safety. The last addition to my leash collection here is also my newest. Introducing the Leash Belay system. I won't go into it too much here, as it deserves its own video, but the Leash Belay system includes a waist belt to which I clip a climbing belay and then feed the leash through. In essence, this gives me mostly single-handed long leash handling and puts all of the pressure on the equipment instead of my hands or my body. It's a pretty neat little contraption. I'm still pretty new to handling this way, so I'm always finding better ways to gather and let out the leash and make this a smooth experience for my dog as well. If you'd like to grab this setup and try it out for yourself, I've put links to all the components below, as well as Grisha Stewart's teachings on the topic, as she's the trainer who introduced me to this method of leash handling. At this point, I wouldn't blame you if your head is spinning with all of the leash options we've covered. That's why I want to make it simple for you. I want to give you my end-all, be-all leash recommendation. This is the, if I was stuck on a desert island with only one leash to fall back on, while I, over the course of months, befriend the local wolf population, domesticate them, and teach them to work with me to build a civilization that is made better together by the communal force of love of humans and canines working together in harmony option. In that scenario, I would have to pick Trailblazing Tail's whole shebang leash. This leash is awesome. You've got a removable handle, the option for a double-ended leash, but only when you need it, an adjustable O-ring to make it cross-body, the option to add a traffic handle, which I highly recommend if you ever need close control of your dog, a choice of one color for the top part of the leash and a different color for the bottom part of the leash, and an even better 15 total colors to choose from. And that's not to mention your choice of 3 different lengths. If I could pick just one length, I'd go with the 20 foot. But if you're new to longer leashes, you might try out 10 feet first. And yep, you guessed it, it's linked below. Whew, that's a whole lot of leash. And with that, we've made it. That's our ultimate guide to picking the best leash for your dog and for your situation as well. I hope you enjoyed the video and our discussion on the various different options you've got when it comes to picking the best leash for your dog. If you enjoyed the video, would you consider giving us a thumbs up? As it's one of the best ways for other dog guardians like you to find our videos so that they can also get the best leash for them and their dogs. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye for now.